Hello, my name is Nea and welcome to Crafts and Treasures. And today we're starting to set up our Christmas mood by decorating some miniature Christmas trees. And I have this really basic miniature tree that I've gotten from some random store back in the day. You can basically get these everywhere during Christmas season. These are really popular, but they are quite dull. So I think it needs some sprucing up. First, I want to add a little pot to cover the bottom part and also give it some more height because it is kind of small, to be honest. It could be bigger. But for that, I'm gonna use this little pot that I actually made originally from cereal box, like ages and ages ago. And I just put a little bit of tacky glue in it before filling it in with tin foil, because there's no point of filling it with glue. That's just waste. So use something other. You can use paper. I like tin foil because it takes a shape nicely and it gives some weight to the pot. I'm trying to poke my tree through, but the wire isn't strong enough, so I have to use a little sculpting tool and make a hole in the middle of the foil. After the hole is made, I can try my tree in it. And yes, it fits perfectly. Now all we need is to glue that in. And for that, I am gonna be using hot glue because that dries up fast and secures the tree immediately, so I can actually just start working on it. I don't want to be waiting here all day long. It also fills the rest of the pot, which is really convenient in this situation. But yeah, this is how it looks, but it's still lacking some texture, even though the pot is nice and shiny. So let's start making some texture onto the tree. And I'm gonna be doing that by adding some dyed moss between the bristles. I'm using this dark green one. It actually matches the tree like in real life, but in this camera angle, or I don't know if it's about the lighting or what's going on, but in camera it looks like they are different shades. And you can see it once I start applying it. So I'm putting some tacky glue in between the bristles, and then with some pliers I'm just gonna take my little pieces of moss and just shove it there. It might be a bit tricky at first. You can use your fingers as support or help as well if that feels more comfortable to you. I like to use pliers because I feel like it's just easier to get in between the little bristles. I'm gonna be doing this all over the tree, just eyeballing where I feel like it looks the best and where I feel like are little gaps where I could just shove the moss in. And here you can see the glue is still wet and you can see the color difference, but it isn't that bad in real life. I promise you, it actually looks really good, but it has added some fullness and texture to the tree. Now we need to focus on some ornaments, and I'm feeling really inspired by my real Christmas tree. I made all these ornaments myself, except a couple of these I've thrifted. But yeah, I have oranges and some paper ones and this orange gold theme, and I kind of want to embody the same idea that this one. So for that, we're gonna be using some of the leftover orange slices we got from the Thanksgiving feast episode that I did just a while back. As you can see, I have a lot of these oranges, so I feel like this could be a great opportunity to put them into use, even though they are not technically they don't look as dried as my real ones, but I think it's good enough. Then I also want some classic round ornaments, and for that I'm gonna be using these beads. I've had these beads forever, and I want something that matches the color of the orange slices. So I'm kind of torn between few colors. I'm thinking maybe some greens or oranges. I was also debating maybe blue, but I'm not a huge fan of blue. The dark green looks really nice with the orange slices and the orange obviously. So I think we have to just get them all out and kind of eyeball them before I make my decision. And I'm just taking out some of the green ones and the orange ones already because I'm feeling really drawn into those ones. And now let's just test how they would look against the tree. So there's the orange slice. And then let's try this lighter green bead. And then, yeah, the darker green is definitely like kind of getting swallowed by the tree. It's too similar for color, so I think I might go with the pale ones. And then add some orange ones to create some more like mixture of colors and some, I don't know, more interest into the tree, so it's not just you monocolor. Then I realized I have so many pink beads as well, and I remembered I actually have this tree in pink color as well. Well, it's like dark, I don't really know what this color is called, like dark red-ish, pinkish color. So I'm thinking like maybe I should do a pink tree as well. Out of nowhere, I'm not a huge pink fan, but like I'm warming up to it. And like I found this old pot that I'm using with it. It's supposed to look like paperback, but we're gonna transform it into looking like a nice little pot for this tree. And for that, I'm gonna be using this pink ribbon, and I'm just gonna wrap it around the pot, glue it in. And don't mind the gap like that I have in the top part of the pot, because we're gonna be also putting something on that to hide it. So just adding some tacky glue and wrapping the ribbon around carefully, making sure I don't leave any glue stains on the ribbon, because like you can see them really clearly when working with something so shiny like this. This is obviously going to be the back side, so I'm not super worried. Like I can just always like shove this side to the back or like point it at the corner or something. But yeah, I think the pink complements the tree really well. I just want to add something more into it, so I'm using this lace. And I think we're getting somewhere. Like this is kind of like trust the process kind of thing. But yeah, let's go back to the green tree and let that pink one dry out. For this, I'm just gonna start by making the ornaments themselves. Like you could use these balls as they are, but I want to add some little gold details, like the parts where the bulbs would be hanging from. And for that, I'll be using these golden jewelry pieces, kind of like stoppers or something. I don't really know what they're called. As well as these little seed beads, and you can tell like they actually look like Christmas ornaments when you put the seed beads on. Like that's so adorable and so easy. I have lots of different kinds because I want to add some variation and texture and make sure they look more unique. I don't know, I don't think it maybe adds that much, but it's tiny things that matter. And I'm gonna be using B700 kind of glue. That's kind of like not really like super glue, but it also dries up really fast. And while it dries, it stays clear. So I think that's really important when working with something like this. So yeah, I'm applying the little gold pieces on top of the top hole. So yes, there will be like the bottom of the bead, like there will still be a hole. You can, if you want, to also cover that up, but in this scale, like the tree is so small, so I just want to keep the balls kind of minimalistic in a way. Like you could also add like wire to make little loops where to hang them in a tree, but like that would make them look too big in my opinion in this case, so I'm not doing it this time, even though it would be so perfect. But yeah, maybe next time if I have a bigger tree. So yeah, here I'm just fastly applying all of this. I used silver ones to the pink and blue ones, and gold details on the orange and light green ones, because I want there to be variety. For the pink tree though, because we don't have orange slices for that, or they don't fit that, I want to make a garland using some teeny tiny pearls. And making that is super simple. We're just gonna be using some white thread and a needle, And very simply, just gonna start picking up the beads and making the garland. Like, this is so simple. Just make sure you fasten the last and first beads really well. Here I have the finished garland, and I'm gonna first fasten the yarn and then also add a dab of glue. I do this always when I'm working with beads or make anything like this with thread or wire and bead or something, because it really helps to secure your beads and make sure that whatever you're making has a longer life, because bead things, no matter what you use, they tend to break over time. So yeah, good secure I think is a key when working with beads. So here we have our green tree. Now it's all dried up. There's a little blob of glue, but yeah, it's all dried up. And obviously for the pink tree we couldn't add texture, but I'm sure it will be fine after we add all the ornaments. And speaking of ornaments, I think it's just time to start decorating our green tree. So here I have all my ornaments. I'm gonna be using the same clear glue that we've been using, and you could also use super glue. I think it would fit really well because you want the beads to be kind of sinking into the bristles, and if you use a different kind of glue, trust me, I tried, it's not gonna dry fast enough. So I'm gonna dab some glue, assemble the ornaments the way I think they would look most interesting in, and then at this point I'm waiting for the glue to dry just a little bit, then I'm gonna start pushing them into the tree, because otherwise they look a bit funky. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna be working all around the tree. And here I'm trying this same method with tacky glue, but it's way too wet, it takes way too long to dry, so all the ornaments just kept on dropping. So yeah, please use fast drying and clear glue. It's a lot easier, but as a crafter I had to try it. I had my doubts, but I still did. Now back to the pink tree, and I'm gonna start by adding some super glue to the top, and then I'm just gonna start wrapping it around the tree. In this time, yes, I'm gonna be adding some tacky glue because I have noticed that I'm running out of my other glues right now. So just to save them for the ornaments, I'm gonna be using some tacky glue while adding this. And it's fine because the beads are white, so I think if there is something like a glue residue or something, I'm sure the beads will cover it up. So I'm not too worried. But really easy, just wrapping it around before thinking about the other ornaments for this tree. And I'm gonna fasten the end with my B700 glue again, just in case it starts unraveling or something. And I'll let it dry before cutting off the little thread pieces, because I want to make sure it's really secured before doing anything else. And here we have our little trees, and I really like them, but they're still missing something. So I think I need to add some seed beads just to add more variation and something to it, as well as the toppers, because they're missing the toppers obviously. So here you can't really see these. I don't know if it did a really big difference, but I didn't have that many golden beads, so I just added some seed beads here and there with the same technique, same glue as before, to add something a little bit more bling before also making the topper. And I didn't really have anything cool for this, so I thought I'm gonna make just something simple out of beads. So I have this little hollow golden tube kind of bead, as well as one of the jewelry pieces, and then one golden seed bead. I'm gonna just stack them over to make them into a little cone shaped something. I don't want to use any stars or angels or anything like that. We're not a religious household, so I don't feel comfortable using symbols like that. So I want to make something quite general, yet still pretty. And I feel like this is kind of fun little different idea. You could also use like a piece of jewelry or like some old ornament, like pendant or whatever, something tiny that you might have in your knickknacks. I didn't have anything interesting in gold, but I think this one looks really nice. Like, it's really different, and I think that's what matters. I still feel like the pot was kind of dull, so for that we're gonna be using some ribbon again, and I'm gonna be picking this kind of like beige color. I wish I had like gold or like toned down orange. That would have been so pretty, but we're gonna go with this one. I think it's gonna be just fine. I'm making a little bow first. I fasten it like in the right size, cutting off the edges, and always remember to use lighter so it doesn't start to like frill. Adding some glue to make a little band around first. I used way too much glue here though, like ugh, but I'm sure it's fine. we'll just pretend it's fine. And then a little bit of glue for the ribbon as well. And I think this really ties it all together, like makes it more festive, you know, to have a little ribbon or like bow. Like, it always makes everything cuter. You can never have too many bows, right? I did the same with the pink tree. I used white ribbon and some random little metallic piece that I had, and I also made a mini version of this mini tree that I had, and I think they all turned out super cute. Here's all of them again in my Christmas setup with my Sylvanian families. I think even though the green tree didn't have like classic reds and greens, it still looks amazing and it looks like me. I love that. For the pink tree, I added that with my penguins. I thought it would look really nice next to them because of the color scheme. And yeah, it's in a dark corner, but I still like it. Anyway, this is all from me this time. I hope this inspired you to make your kind of miniature Christmas trees using whatever makes your soul spark. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!